know that we would never work. I know that someone would get hurt. I think I have to let you go. Should be easy, but it's not. Cause the problem is I love you. What to do? I count to 3 when you're next to me. I love you. What to do now? Do now. Only problem is I love you. What to do? You got me bound, make my world spin round. I love you. What to do now? I want you.
Hello friends, and welcome to a cozy Sunday day in the life. It was almost noon, and as usual here in my home we like to have a late breakfast. Everybody wakes up different time, but nobody likes to eat breakfast right away. So I figured I will bring you guys throughout the entire day and see how our day goes. We're starting out with a breakfast. While I was doing breakfast, my son was helping me put the vacuum together. If you guys remember a couple of videos ago, I had lost a little tab that goes on the brush that cleans the bottom of the robot. So I ordered this package here from Amazon, which actually comes quite a lot of things. It comes with the filters, it comes with the brush. Like there's 3 of these brushes, which are the brush that actually cleans the floor. And it also has like reusable mop heads and pads. There's also disposable bags, and there's also like the ones that you can use like a one time and just toss them, and then there's the reusable ones. To the right one was my old original one, and then to the left is the one that just came. My son was arguing with me. Instead of washing it, he was like, "Mom, you have enough, so just toss that one, okay? We've used it for over a year." He's like, "Toss it." And this is the bag. It was almost full. We haven't really emptied since we bought it. We had this robot vacuum for a year, and this is to the right is the empty one. So he's just gonna install it and let the robot run. It's very convenient. We don't use it every single day, but on a very, relaxed day that we don't have too much to do, we just let the robot run and do the job. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna head to the backyard later on. I have a couple of things just to catch up throughout the day. I have some ironing of my clothes to do that I didn't do from the last video that y'all watched. So I'm gonna be ironing some clothes, and stay tuned for the epic fail of my garden, you guys. My garden is okay. I'm not gonna ruin it. Just definitely stay tuned. You know those things, what do they call it? I forgot what it's called. These white things that I'm removing from the eggs. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can never make scrambled eggs without removing those white things. To me, I just feel like they're like umbilical cords. I know one of my viewers told me what it was called, and I probably know what it is also too, but it's not even in my head. I'll probably write it down here. The way we make our scrambled eggs, that we just add milk and a little bit of chicken paste powder to give it a nice little flavor. I do add sometimes a little bit of garlic powder and paprika, but I didn't eat that. So we're gonna make some scrambled eggs and some hash brown and just have a toast with it. And as you can see, my best friend here is helping me on the side as well. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in.
Could have been thinking I would know what the future bring, all the highs and lows. Said I'm gonna win, though the world might spin. Now I'm sitting here like I'm no one. It rains down on me, all the phone calls I'm ignoring. See, I'm a mess, just trying to guess my way through this. Just don't get enough from me.
And my friend here, he was done cleaning the entire house. Super grateful to have this little guy here. He's gonna go ahead, charge himself, empty himself, and we're gonna go ahead and have our breakfast. We were having a very simple breakfast. Not every day we have that kind of breakfast. We just depend on what we feel like having each day. But on the weekends, we like to make an actual good breakfast. And by good, I mean It's not 100% healthy, but it's so delicious.
Just the honesty. Now it's all on me. If I'm gonna win, oh, I'm just gonna get up. It rains down on me. All the phone calls I'm ignoring. See, I'm a mess, just trying to.
And as usual, I like to blow at this area at least once a week or every couple of days. Sometimes we get rain, and when it rains for a couple of days, and then things become messy. And then when the sun comes, I just go in and quickly use this leaf blower just to blow the area. It's great for getting rid of all the bugs and all things, and we definitely wanted to stay here and enjoy it. But it got really, really hot, and then we ended up going inside and then coming back out later on, which is when I had to deal with the garden, and I had to Google what was happening that I came across. So yeah, it's a bit sad, but you know what? It is learning curve. So I'm a beginner for garden, and each day it's something new that I learn, and I'm okay with that. And I love it. I enjoy. As far as for flowers, I don't know what it is. I think I have, alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful. I think I have a blessed hands when it comes to like flowers, because all flowers and like plants, they work great. Like I can take care of them. But when it comes to an actual garden, like vegetables and food, it's a work in progress, and I'm learning. It is my second year to say officially I've tried different things. And this year I tried a lot of seeds. Honestly, I'm definitely not going to try seed until I become pro. Seeds is definitely did not work out for me, other than the beautiful flowers behind me in that tall vase. It just has such an amazing $2 packet. It just brought so many mixed flowers. I absolutely love it. I'll show you guys at the end. I'll give you guys like a quick tour. I was like, you know what? We do have a small umbrella. It's beautiful. Sean was out enjoying, so I figured I'm gonna iron my clothes outside. And you're probably like, what? I didn't even know there's people still ironing clothes. Yes. Like in the summertime, I like to wear a lot of linen clothes, and linens, they get wrinkled up so badly. So we always iron our linen clothes, even though you're gonna sit on it and immediately just becomes wrinkled. But it's just knowing that you are wearing clothes that are ironed. I feel like, well, being African, it's a thing. I'm telling you, it's a something. Like you have to have ironed clothes. Like my parents never allowed me to get out of the house if my clothes was not ironed. Otherwise, they called me homeless, legit. So we always love ironing our clothes, and I was like, I want to feel like, I'm outside and like I'm back home. So I brought my ironing board and my iron outside, and here I am ironing.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
I'm trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood.
Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me.
To make the chicken, I'm going to start out with a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of barbecue sauce.
Where we belong. But I need you there with me.
I added garlic and black pepper, and I'm gonna add a little bit of tandoori here.
Can't see you, but it feels like you're.
And I'm going to add a little bit of cooking oil, whatever oil, that's your choice. I mix everything, and then I'm gonna toss the chicken in, and I'm just using a parchment paper inside the dish. This way, when like the chicken is cooked, I don't have to wash the dish that much or scrub it or struggle. And now the chicken is cooking. Oh, and I just wanted to share this here. Do you remember this? I thrifted and then I painted, and it has like two-side picture frame that you can put in. I had put this one in, but there's this one here. It's supposed to be like this way. It's the stuff that I got from Temu, but they're all like long this way, not like this way. So this was the closest thing I found that I thought I can just add here. It was sitting in on my coffee bar cart, but I just took it down because I wanted to try this picture prints that I got. Not sure what's going on here, but yeah. I'm not sure. Sometimes I like to leave things for a couple of days and then see if that works or not. I am not too sure about the situation, but we'll leave it like that. And we had to close the blind because it is so hot and the sun is already like, it reached to this bar. It's very, very hot day. And that's what I mean. It's either raining way too much or it's way too hot. Like, we can't even enjoy the backyard. And we're just chilling on the sectional here. And so we also decluttered. It's been like a couple of hours. This is all decluttered clothes that we're going to be taking to donation. And right now I'm going to start putting my clothes away. Go hang them, and I'm also gonna put the iron away. Sundays and Wednesdays are the days that I like to water my plants, but sometimes those schedule doesn't work out, especially Wednesdays. But Sundays I definitely don't miss, and it was a Sunday here, so I'm gonna go ahead and give a little bit TLC to my indoor plants. And at this point, it was supper time. Dinner was ready. This is what the rice looked like. And the boys already dipped into the chicken, but what was left of it is this. It turned out to be so yummy, and it's like a barbecue tandoori chicken.
How'd you do?
All right, it's dinner time. And finally, the sun disappeared, right, babe?
No.
What do you mean, no?
It's raining.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's nice and cool now. So I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna go out and do some cleaning. There's a lot of like dead ones that I need to cut.
So many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, I have decided to go ahead and remove all the radish plants, and I will tell you why in just a moment, because while I'm removing this, I'm also gonna run into a surprise.
Waking up in my bed, you're still stuck in my head. I'm not even hungover. I wanna call your phone, tell you what you did wrong, then ask you to come over. Not very good with decisions, know what's right, but I don't listen. I don't, and I complain and dismiss it, then I keep on reminiscing. I know.
I'm listening to.
Baby, you're bad.
Let me show you this situation. When I say there's so many mosquitoes trying to like murder me here, okay? But I'm just gonna quickly show you. These are radish, and I actually planted them from seed, but they're not really growing. Like, that's all. Except, like, there is nothing. Like, they're barely. And when I googled on YouTube, it says that once you start seeing these flowers, that's it, it's gone, like it's bad. So, and the longer I just kept them here, because I figured I try to pull every week 1 or 2, nothing's changing. They just look the same. The only thing changing is that the flowers are just getting bigger and bigger. So you know what, I'm just gonna remove them completely out of this way, so that at least my cucumber and my zucchinis can have a space to enjoy here. Here is an update. My battery died, so I had to go back inside and then grab a battery, but I feel much better. What I did is that I cleaned all that out. I was like, see ya, I'm not doing no more seed, no more radish. I'll just stick to my, until I figure out how to do it. Okay, we'll rest it in peace for now. However, remember I was saying tomatoes are somehow keep on coming here. Look at this, look at all this cherry tomatoes. So these ones I kind of grouped them together so they can have this as a trellis. But what I noticed is, look at this creepy looking mushrooms here. What on earth are those? What is that? They look like the people from the TV series From. They're hiding in the woods. Anybody in the woods? Anybody?
Yeah, next door to us.
Anybody? Should we take a tour of what underneath world looks like?
That shit back there. What is that?
That's what I said. I was showing. What do you think I was saying? They look like stuff from the TV series From. It's a mushroom. Oh my god, there's more all the way in the back. Let me zoom. They look like a fungus, and I honestly think that's what was killing the radish, because the radish is supposed to grow. I dig them all out here.
They didn't grow.
No, they're not growing. And the thing is, you're supposed to harvest them between 4 to 6 weeks at the most. I mean, we had them for over 2 months, and it's being, huh?
The soil does not even look wet.
The soil doesn't look wet? No, the cucumbers, I mean, the zucchinis are going to need that. Yeah, I just went ahead. I don't know. Do I remove that stuff? That's scary. I should ask. I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna Google right now and figure it out. Be right back. All right. You guys, hold on. Let me show you what I just Googled. Okay, so I am searching for what are black stick looking mushroom in the garden. So we're gonna search. They were called dead man finger right here. That's what I have in my garden. What on earth is that? That's disturbing. Dead man's finger. Yeah, we gotta read this. Dead man's finger. What is that? What is dead man's finger? Learn about dead man's finger. Okay. If you have black club-shaped mushroom out near the base of a tree, you may have dead man's finger. May indicate a serious condition that needs your immediate attention. Oh my God. I did not. That's why my zucchinis, everything is not doing well other than the tomatoes, because I haven't had any zucchini. I keep getting those flowers, the yellow flowers. I have no clue what that is. I thought after the flowers it's supposed to be the zucchini. I don't know, but it's producing so much flowers, those orange looking flowers that have the pollens inside, but there's no zucchini. I did not know this entire time. That means the entire soil is probably spoiled, and all that was all because of that radish seeds that I had. I don't know man, what died. I don't know what happened or how that happened. Let's continue reading. The fungus that causes dead man's finger is a saprotrophic fungus, which means that it only invades dead or dying wood. Think of that, okay, as natural. When you find dead man's finger, the first thing you want to do is determine the source of growth. Is it growing from the trunk of the tree or the roots, or is it growing on the mulch at the base? I don't have either. However, right this spot here, the reason why we couldn't like extend, the reason why our brick is like this is technically, and that it had to be raised here, which it worked out for the benefit so that all water can just go that way. But the reason all this was raised is because we had, actually when we moved here, we had a maple tree here and we cut it down, but then the trunk was still there, and I remember it had so much sap and would produce ants and all kinds of things. So technically the root of the tree is underneath here, which is right in the garden too, because the roots were all, this whole area were all rooted. So you know what I'm gonna do next year? I'm just going to clean all this up. I'm gonna have to think about it right now because this just threw me off. And let's just talk quickly, face to face. This honestly threw me off. I was not expecting this at all. Last year was the first time we had this garden area, and there was nothing wrong with it. It was fine. You saw our garden, everything was thriving. So the only thing I did this year was add the seeds of the zucchini, the cucumbers, and the radish. That's all I did. And those tomatoes were actually from last year, although I removed that, but you know, tomatoes, they're like a disease that don't go away. They came back again, which I'm okay with it. But right now, Sean and I have been thinking about, the last time I showed you guys when I did all this, the reason I also did that, which I explained, was because there's something in there. Every time I plant in that corner right there, I don't know why, or even here, even this guy that hostess was not doing well, somehow just, it's, you could tell it's like fighting it. There is something in this area. So that's why, like, I didn't, my original plan was to actually plant this here so it grows nice and bush and beautiful, and then I would have that and then the hydrangea in between, and that's it. But there's something eating, so I had to rearrange, and then I had to keep them in the pots. The only thing I planted was this one here, but this area is fine. But this is because there's something going on. So we decided next year, inshallah, we're going to just build like our own garden bed raise that's lifted, because even us, like when I'm gardening, I find it's so hard when I keep bending. I want something that's like to my level. So we're definitely going to redo this whole thing and build our own garden bed here, and we're going to do the same thing with this here. And I might even like kind of change things around. I might just have my garden beds around here. I don't know, we'll see. But this area, I definitely need to do something. Plus, our neighbor has a bush that is really bad, and he's been told to remove it many times because it technically is a very infected, it's like a diseased bush. It's been cut down so many times but keeps on growing. However, since he moved here, it's been like 10 years, no, about 8, 9, 10 years now. This thing is just not getting smaller by the minute. It brings every bug, it brings every disease. Like, I try to take care of our backyard, but having this, you have no idea. We literally have to trim it on a weekly basis because otherwise it's just gonna come all over here. So I might relocate this garden now. I have like legit, look, I've got, I think they're cucumbers. I'm so afraid for them, my poor babies. It's like they're coming through, you know what I mean? I see them. And the tomatoes. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead right now and take them all out and water. I need to water. You guys, this is a whole problem that just came out of nowhere. I'm glad that I actually got to bring you guys for a day in the life today, because if I didn't do this, you guys would not notice all this problem. Now maybe you guys can help me by the time this video goes up, but I'll make sure that this video does go up as soon as possible. That being said, we're gonna close it down here because right now I mentally need to go ahead and prepare myself what I'm gonna do, because I also have 2 other green peppers, like bell peppers, that are growing like right here, and it usually would grow bigger, so that means I don't know if I'm allowed to interrupt it. Actually, she's doing very well. I'm not gonna interrupt her because I can see that her leaves, look at all that, is so healthy and it has a lot of pepper, whereas this here, obviously it's bombarded by all these zucchini that never comes out leaves. And this one pepper has been just fighting on popping out for quite some time now. Now these guys, this is the flowers I'm telling you. As you can see, they just fall and that's it, and then nothing happens after that. I don't even know what this is. Look, a pepper fell. It was trying to go. Look at that. Savages. So yeah, right now we're gonna close it here. We're gonna go ahead and close it for the night. I'm just gonna quickly clean up a lot of like these flowers. There's a lot of like dead ones, and kind of clean some of my dahlia as well, and then that's it. You guys will find out what the plan is, because we literally need to make a plan right now. Thank you very much for hanging around with us, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. And sometimes God has a different plan for us than the plan that we have in our mind. And you know what? It worked out. It is what it is. I was sad for a moment. I was like, oh my God, as if I lost that, because I could have done so much more. But you know what? All that whole area, it was seeds. I'm definitely not going to try seeds again, at least until I become a little bit pro. As you can see, the rest of my flower plants here, they're so beautiful. I feel like I did great with all this. Maybe I'll just stick to flowers and just become a flower woman. But oh yeah, and stay until the end. The next clip that you'll see here before this video ends is the actual updated garden. Believe it or not, I had to remove the zucchini plants as well because the fungus had spread. And yeah, this is the $2 packet I was telling y'all from Home Depot. I just want to show you one last time. I adore it so much. It's just so beautiful. Every morning I wake up, it has a different color of flower. Like I said, I'll just be the flower woman.
So I got what I deserved, you know it. I wanted it to hurt, so wrong of me to cross that line. If I could, I would push rewind. It's my fault, I'll give you my heart, you can crush it, moving on. I'll be on
And here is an actual update. If you remember, to the right side, there was zucchini plants. Yes, so that is all gone. Believe it or not, they're all gone. The only thing left here is this tomato right here. And I still have some of the cucumber that I think is gonna grow. I don't know. We'll see. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, doesn't. It's been growing way bigger, but I have yet to see any cucumber. But other than the tomato, which are right on the edge, everything else is gone. So I'm gonna come around. It's just been too hot. If it was honestly cool enough, I would have demolished that area and just rebuild a whole new garden bed. But it's too late right now. But I will definitely prepare maybe around the fall or next year. Yeah, well, take care, guys. See you around on the next one. Bye, y'all.